Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay, so any questions, save until the meditation is over, okay? Yeah. Until the contemplation is over, save those questions and yes. Okay, so as usual, we sit erect. Now in yoga and other disciplines, they will say meditation has to be sitting cross-legged on the ground. That is true in those disciplines where energy work, etc. is involved. Okay. Here, we are not doing those things. We are talking about resolving your mind itself into pure consciousness. Therefore, sit in any comfortable position. The idea is you can sit there without the position disturbing you. If you are cross-legged on the ground, fine. If you are cross-legged on your bed, fine. If you are sitting on a chair or a stool, feet are on the ground, then see that it is flat on the ground. Okay. Don't sit on a chair crossing your legs one over the other, etc. Now that is not very healthy. If you are sitting on a chair, put both your feet on ground, flat. That helps better. Spine is erect and body is relaxed. To ensure that the body is relaxed, you will go over the whole body to see that it is relaxed. Facial muscles relaxed. Eyes and mouth gently closed. No frown on your face. You are not focusing on anything. Neck muscles relaxed. Look straight forward. Don't be looking upward. Some of you, Vivek, Rohit, etc. are looking upwards. Look straight ahead. Eyes and mouth gently closed, of course. Shoulders relaxed. Arms, forearms, palms and fingers all relaxed. Chest muscles relaxed. Sides relaxed. Upper back, lower back relaxed. Waist and hips relaxed. Thigh muscles relaxed. Knees, calves, ankles, feet and toes all relaxed. Look at your body in one sweep of vision from the head to the toe. It's all relaxed. To quieten your mind further, pay attention to your breathing. Feel the breath at the tip of the nostrils as it goes in and out. Just paying attention. Then you can feel the breath at the back of the throat. Feel it filling up the lungs. As you gentle breathing, your diaphragm extends. Don't let it push your stomach out. Let it go down. Breathing happens, you are just paying attention. our thoughts and feelings can be going haywire because we are involved in a lot of things in life. To gather them all together, we'll do a Manasa Puja. Invoke the Lord in whatever form you can relate to and offer a mental worship. A worship that you do outside, you do inside, mentally. Offer him a sweet snanam. Feel the weight of the pot of water when you're doing the abhisheka. Make it vivid. Dhupam, Deepam, Naivedyam, all of it.
Pranam Swamiji.
Take the arti plate to do the final arti. The final arti is always camphor. See the camphor lighting up. You're offering the arti to the Lord. See the face of the Lord being lighted up in the light of the camphor. Put down the arti plate. Offer the arti to the Lord. Take the arti yourself. And now sit down for your japa. I will use a simple mantra. You can use with any other mantra that you have with you at home. When the chant is there, listen to the chant. When the chant is not there, listen to the silence. The whole idea is to keep focusing on the silence that you are. Just paying attention. Om Ishaya Namaha. 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 Before the chant there is silence. After the chant there is silence. You are the one that is watching the silence. The one that watches silence is silence. See it very clearly. In you, the silence, the chant is born. Into you, the silence, the chant dies down. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. The silence is you. A thought is born in the silence awareness that you are. It is sustained by the silence awareness that you are. It dies down into the silence awareness that you are. Without the thought, silence awareness. With the thought, silence awareness. Shantoham. I am that peaceful being, undisturbed by any thought. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. I am that awareness, silence awareness. With the thought silence, without the thought silence. Shantoham. Always Shantaha, Nitya Shantoham. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Ishaya Namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamugachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can slowly open your eyes, cup them if you want to, and come back to normal thinking. Just simple, I just use the word Shantaha. You can use the word consciousness, I am that awareness free from everything. Any word that is in the teaching that you have found, this clicks with you, take that word and make it your own. Okay. Now, you will come across hundreds of types of meditation. This, and they are all valid in their own ways, this is more meant for nididhyasana. Okay? Therefore, here you are not going into the so-called samadhi and things like that. Okay? Now, nirvikalpa samadhi may still happen when you are doing this meditation. That's a different thing. Okay? We are not attempting that, because our intention is to make this knowledge which we have heard sink into the heart, sink into my emotional life. We have understood it. Cognitively, we have understood. We have got insights. Now we have to sink it into our life, make it color all my thoughts, my emotions, my actions. Remain in the background sometimes, remain in the foreground when necessary. So this attempt at nididhyasana will help that. Any questions or clarifications you all need? Yes, Shalini.
This can be done anytime.
Sorry, you're too soft.
Can this be done anytime?
Yeah, it can be done anytime. Whenever you feel alert, not when you are feeling sleepy and all, then you will go to sleep. Yeah. But whenever you feel alert, just see that you feel alert. Even if you need the help of a cup of tea or coffee to make you feel alert and do this, it's fine, no problems. Okay. It is best not to be doing it when you have too many things to do, Okay, next few minutes I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Then all that will keep impinging you. So see it at a time when, okay, you have things to do, but okay, you can afford to take a break. And you say this thing can wait for half an hour, no problems. We did barely 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes, 13, 14 minutes only. Yeah. So it's best to do when you have some time and you can take a half an hour break, that time do it. What if I go into samadhi? Not your problem, others' problem. Okay. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Any other questions? We have done these before. Okay. When we did the 6th chapter, we had done it very elaborately. This is just to connect up with what we have done before. Okay. 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 Okay, since we had done the 55th verse also, right? Bhaktya mam abhijanati, etc. That we had seen, yeah. Okay, 54 we completed, or till 54. Okay. Okay, then he says in the 54th verse, Brahma bhutaha prashantatma na shochiti na kankshati samam sarveshu bhukteshu madbhaktim labate param. Okay. Brahma bhutaha, one who has discovered the identity with Brahman. You don't become Brahman, okay? So when you say Brahma bhutaha, etc., you have to take it contextually. As far as Brahman is concerned, there is no becoming, because the limitless cannot become anything. Nor can you become limitless by a process of change. If you are a finite entity, no process of change can make you infinite. Because all change is in time and space. Results will be in time and space. Therefore, will be conditioned by time and space, will be finite. Here, you are infinite only because you are already infinite. And you have to discover that. You as consciousness is limitlessness. What you are doing is discovering that. The fact that I am limitless, for which I have to negate all my wrong notions about myself. I am a finite being, I am like this, I am like that, I am like that, I am a seeker. Even that has to be negated. Okay. And then the pure consciousness, what is I am, I identify with that. And that's what really me, and I find I am limitlessness. Okay. So Brahma Bhutaha, one who has discovered that, he says, Na Shoch. Yeah?
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
Okay. So the starting of the class, we like did a nididhyasana.
Yeah.
Where like the aim is to make that knowledge sink into the subconscious or make
Yeah.
it happen emotional level.
Yep.
So let us say if that doesn't happen, how does it matter?
Why does it not happen, you mean?
No. I'm asking like, let us say I understood everything, but
Ah.
I'm not practicing nididhyasana. It's still not there at the emotional level. So
Yeah.
what does it change?
Well, after death, there is no birth and rebirth for you, but you will not be able to enjoy the moksha that you have right now.
Yes,
Because
that
your
is true.
emotional life is standing in contradiction to that.
Correct.
So you will not enjoy the freedom that you have, that you can have.
Right.
Yeah,
So
because my
this.
old thinking is coming back and clouding it all up. Yeah.
Okay, Maharaj. Just wanted to ask that.
This part of it will not happen. The next part of the next quarter of the work. Na shochati, na kankshati cannot happen.
Yeah.
Because all those things will cloud you.
Yes. Certainly.
See, na shochati, na kankshati doesn't long for something, nor is there any grief. You mean to say the wise person becomes emotionless? That's not the idea. The idea is that grief does not limit you. Of course, you will empathize with people who are in grief. You will walk into your home, avalanche in the Himalayas, mountaineers have died. Couple of them I know. They walk into their homes because they lost a young daughter. What will I go and say? No birth, no death, Himalaya mein gaya. Don't worry. Will I say something like that?
No.
I'm not an idiot. Naturally, you will empathize with their grief. The fact that you will not see that person again, young life cut short. Young life cut short, come on. You will empathize. You may even shed a tear. Doesn't touch you at the same time. You have it and you're free from it. Both. Simultaneously, both is there. The grief is there, the freedom from grief is there. Very peculiar state. And the most beautiful state because you are empathetic enough to everyone. Na kankshati, doesn't have any longings. अरे यार नींद आता है चाय पीने को भूल गया तो चाय मिलेंगे तो अच्छा है ऑफ कोर्स यू विल हैव दिस ए आफ्टर क्लास चलो अभी क्लास ले लो फॉरगेट दैट टी यू फॉरगॉट अबाउट इट एनीवे आर यू गेटिंग द आइडिया देयर इज नो लॉन्गिंग ऑफ कोर्स देयर विल बी डिजायर बट दे आर नॉन बाइंडिंग इन नेचर दे डोंट बाइंड यू हाँ बैठ नहीं अरे दसरा है जिलेबी फाफड़ा खाने का मन आता कि नहीं फिर गुजू डेफिनेटली और इफ यू हैव गुजू फ्रेंड्स दसरा है नॉट जिलेबी फाफड़ा ये क्या बात है You know all the cheetahs that was brought into the Gir forest, they all want to go back to Nambia. You know why? इधर मांस मच्छी नहीं मिलता है जिलेबी फाफड़ा खिलाता है jokes apart, okay. Jokes apart, the idea is this, that you have desires which are non-binding in nature, which doesn't limit you, which doesn't bind you. Now what's the problem? You can have a million desires like that. Now this will be very different from a yoga meditation or a yoga standpoint or from a Buddhist standpoint when you are doing. No, every desire creates a reaction in your body. हाँ होता है. Any desire can. Na? Right now I'll tell you, I'll put a desire into your mind and you see the reaction in your body. Nice, tasty, sour limbu pickle. Think of that limbu pickle. What is the reaction happening in your bodies? Salivation? There is some salivation. No? Now tell me, ठीक है, reaction हो गया. Does it create a problem for you? At 6 o'clock in the evening, you're sitting in a class and the teacher said limbu pickle and you got thought of it and created a reaction in your body. Is there a problem? Now, if you realize that all reactions are mithya, the problem is even less, isn't it? There is no problem at all. But if you are doing Buddhistic meditation, etc., they'll say, no, this is a big problem. You have to clear your mind of all desires, etc. Only then the energy will flow through. Hota hai? I am exploring those systems also. Hota hai? Yeah. But there is an overemphasis on lack of desire there. Whereas here we see the whole thing as mithya, not a problem. Okay? That's the whole difference between the two. So I understand that. Then samam sarveshu bhuteshu, he has recognized that which is the same in everyone. Bhuteshu, bhutas are all nama rupa only, name and form. What is the content? One consciousness, one existence, consciousness. That's all. So for samam sarveshu bhuteshu, mad bhaktim labate param, he gains my bhakti. Here bhakti is identification. Okay. Bhakti is what? Love for the Lord is called bhakti. When it is for another human being, you will call it prema or sneha or something like that. Okay. Depending upon the nature of that emotion, you call it sneha, you will call it prema. With another human being. Okay. Even your dog accepted. Okay. But when it's for the Lord, you will call it bhakti. The more the love, the greater the identification, isn't it? Always true. The more you love some entity, the more identified you are. Therefore, what is absolute love? Absolute identification. But absolute identification doesn't come as an emotional process. That's why a couple in love can tell each other, ek jaan hai hum. But there will be difference of opinion. You will know there will be arguments. You know you will think differently. You will know that you will act differently. So it's nice to say, but as an emotional process, you can never get that absoluteness. Absoluteness is only by recognition that there is only one consciousness existence in the whole thing. Therefore, you are one in spite of all the differences. This is not unity in diversity, okay? Unity is not oneness. Unity is 2-3 things trying to come together. Yeah. Like a marriage or a cricket team or something like that. That is unity. Hopefully nation. This is oneness. Oneness is only one. Everything that appears different is not real. They are functional. Oh yeah, they are functional, but functioning doesn't make it real. It's only one reality. That recognition, only then paramam bhakti to the Lord can be there. Lord and I are one and the same. If without this, you are saying Lord and I are one and the same, it is only your ego speaking. Like I seen some celebrities on the TV, Durga Puja. Yes, this is about Nari Shakti. I said, yeah, Nari Shakti kidhar hai? We are talking about Durga. Identify with the Durga within you. Yeah, theek hai. Don't take it too far, but yeah. Identify with the Rama within you. Archetypes, etc. All these are archetypes. Yeah, you can use the theory of archetypes in a workshop for empowerment. I have done that. But Durga, Rama, Krishna and all are not archetypes. They are historical figures also. This is our history, okay? These are not myths. Mythology can be a creation. Like Lord of the Rings is a myth. Okay. But the Lord of Ayodhya was not a myth. Okay. Yeah, he was not a myth. Yeah. But it is all prehistoric. Yeah, it is prehistoric history, okay? What do you mean prehistoric? Before you recorded in the way you wanted to record it, isn't it? So am I going to tell my grandfather how he should have written a letter to his wife? He wrote, if you got the letter in hand, understand the sentiment that with which he wrote. Simple as that. Don't dictate terms to me, oh, this is not valid because it is not written like this. Let us say, it's interesting. I want you all to understand this a bit, so I am digressing a little bit. You came across a letter written by your grandfather to your grandmother, a love letter. He is saying, I am coming back from here. You had gone on a pilgrim. I am coming back, and when I come back, okay, I am getting a goat for you. He is saying he is getting a goat for you. Okay. Okay. Your loyal husband. And the modern writer looks at this is not a love letter. What is a love letter? He is getting a goat? Anyone gets a goat for your wife? Is there a rule you can't get a goat out of love? Hey, those were the circumstances at that time. Probably she had expressed a desire to have goat's milk with her Ayurvedic medicine. And he is lovingly bringing a goat back. Isn't it not a love letter? Just because not written your way. Your way is expressing it with chocolates. He is expressing it with a goat. Doesn't mean there is less love. Or it is not a love letter. We have to understand the sentiment of that times and the thing. History is the same way. We are calling it prehistoric because we think history should be like this. But they all lived that life and they have recorded their life. Now you decide. You understand that. You don't say it is not history because they are not written it like this. We decided how to write it like this. They wrote differently. Are you getting the idea? So just because it is in poetry form, array, we were great poets. Sanskrit is a language where even mathematics can be expressed as poem. Read the book called Leelavati. Mathematics is expressed in poetry. Oh, that's not a maths book. Huh? Who's to decide that? You're dealing with all the mathematical principles, okay? But just because it is put in poetry, you're saying it is not a book on mathematics. No, we have to understand what is written, not the other way around. Not say they should have written like this. They lived their life and went. And you will also live your life and go. Oh, all this history is not true. Why? It is not in digital format. 50 years from today. It's not in digital format. So all this history is not true. Can you say that? Constitution of India is not a valid document because it is not in digital format. Ridiculous. That shows how ridiculous we are in deciding what is history and what is not history. Okay. Yeah. Therefore, archetypes, etc. are fine, but that recognition gives you that one sense of oneness, not an emotional process. Okay. Not an emotional process. Okay. Then he says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattato jnata vishayate tadantaram. Bhaktya mam abhijanati, with that sense of devotion, that recognition of oneness, he knows me well. Okay. Yavan yaschasmi tattvataha, exactly what I am. That pure consciousness. Because you can't study that consciousness, you can't understand consciousness as something that is there. Lord is out there. Lord is out there, Lord is here also, both. I am not different from the Lord. That has to be, only that understanding gives you the sense of oneness. Tataha mam tattvato jnata vishanti tadantaram. Then what? Then you are one with me. What is to be done after that? Nothing. Yeah. So sometimes you will express in the language of bhakti, sometimes you will express in the language of knowledge. That's all. Expressions may vary. That's fine. If you are expressing his thoughts in the language of bhakti, he will say, Lord alone is. If he is expressing in the language of knowledge, he will say, I alone am. इतना ही फर्क है. Either way it means the same thing, that there is only one consciousness. Yeah. Therefore, that is the thing. Okay. समझिए, ये सब बात करने के लिए अच्छा है. मेरा इतना responsibilities है. Like a student messaged me today. Swamiji, I'm sorry, I'll miss the class. I'll catch up with the recording because I'm just on the way back from my daughter's PTA meeting. I'm very happy. She has come first in her class in some subject, humanities. Oh, very good. Then after that, I'm going to come home, take my father for a 2D echo cardiogram, and then I have a music concert to perform in. So please excuse me from the class. Too many things. I said, hectic day you have. Catch up with the recording aram se. Naturally, the day is too hectic. No? To look after the child, look after the parent, look professional commitment. Everything is coming together. Same day. So how do you live your life? I can't be a sannyasi. Too many responsibilities. No problems. Here it is. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano mad vyapashriyah mat prasadad avapnoti shashvatam padam avyayam. Simple. You are deciding about lifestyles because meditation means predominantly sannyasa lifestyle. What do you do as a sannyasi? Think about the reality. When whole day और क्या? और क्या करने का है? That's why you took up sannyasa. You didn't take up sannyasa to start an Ayurvedic factory. You didn't take up sannyasa to stand for politics and elections. Apat dharma, some people are doing it. That's a different thing. That's called apat dharma. In difficult times, you do something like that. Yeah. So in difficult times, I have also done certain things like that. Ahimsa is supposed to be sannyasa, okay? Ahimsa, very high level. I have whacked people. There's some troubling some girl, etc. on the road. Now, what do you expect me to do? Please, आपके बहन समझना. You think their characters are going to accept it? That type of ahimsa will not work. Ahimsa backed up by your hands will work very well. Will work well. Yeah. Yeah. So this is called apat dharma. That doesn't mean you go about fighting everyone in the road. No. Apat, in times of difficulties, you do what is necessary. Similarly, there have always been times when sannyasis have come to the protection of the society and picked up arms. I think in 1735 or something, Mathura was attacked by 40,000 Mughal troops. 4,000 Naga Babas charged out of Mathura and destroyed the whole army. होता है आपद धर्म. Normally they wouldn't, but these are difficult times. Okay. But the sannyasa robe is taken for what? You learn, you reflect, you contemplate, you teach. इतना ही है. That is sannyasa. Too many responsibilities. My kid I have to look after, my father I have to look after, my this. All right, here it is. Sarva karmani mad vyapashitah kurvana. Do all your actions, but with a different attitude. Mat vyapashayah. With depending upon me. I am the one who has provided the order where actions can happen. I am the one who is manifest as your prarabdha, where you have to do all these things. I am the one that has given you the ability to do all these things. For Ishwararpana Buddhya, everything offered to the Lord. And result taken as prasada. Mat prasada vapnoti. With that prasada, prasada is what? Everything that happens is prasada only. But you have that attitude of accepting it as prasada. That is what makes a difference. It's like my American friend came here, and to some festival they were distributing sweets. So the lady asked him, you're a Christian, will you accept prasada? Now the guy is confused. Abhi main prasada lau, will my dharma brushed ho jayega if I take sweets? Because that's how they converted people here, na? Gave something to eat and then now you have eaten the blood of the body and blood of Christ, you have become Christian. So this guy was worried. It's a true story. This guy is worried. I'm changing some facts just to hide identities. So I saw the guy struggling with that idea. I said, don't worry, take it as a sweet and eat it. Enjoy it. But here is not that, because it's a sweet only. What is it that makes it a prasada? Your attitude. Your bhakti makes it prasada. For that American, it was just a piece of sweet. Nice. Indian sweets are exotic. Or Indian sweets are too sweet. What is this? I can't understand what is too sweet about sweet. A sweet is meant to be sweet. No? What do you mean it's too sweet? Oh, the jalebi is too sweet. I'm a jalebi. Meant to be sweet. What is too sweet? Jokes apart, okay. It is just a sweet. Your attitude, your bhakti converts it into a prasada, isn't it? I was just a piece of sweet. Go for Navratri to a South Indian temple, and if you are going for prasada, you will be disappointed. अरे यार सब चुंडल ही देते हैं, कोई स्वीट नहीं है. Chundal is some peanuts and cooked peanuts with some coconut and all. It's salty. You giving a sweet for prasada. I'm used to khada prasada from Golden Temple. ठीक है. If you are going to eat, you will be disappointed. If you are going for prasada, you will feel blessed. Right? You got prasada, no? Blessing. It's your attitude. In life the same, everything is prasada. Therefore, this is called karma yoga. Okay. Mat prasada avapnoti. You will get a mindset by which apnoti shashvatam padam avyayam. Shashvatam padam avyayam. You will gain the same padam. Yeah, you do some 10-15 minutes meditation morning, evening, bas ho gaya. Aa jayega usme. With that you will get it. Okay, yeah. So you study, be regular in the class. It takes some time. But every action of yours is getting your mind ready to understand the truth. No? So what's the problem? Every action of yours, day by day, your life that you are living with this attitude is getting your mind ready to own up the truth. You are calm and centered, whatever happens. Aur kya chahiye? Things are going in 6s and 7s. No problems, I'll tackle it. Oh yeah. And believe me, life is like that. Things will go in 6s and 7s. Yeah. It's meant to. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, Shatvam Padam. Therefore, a lifestyle it is describing. Get into a karma yoga lifestyle, that is fine. And he is Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matparaha buddhi yogam upashritya machitta satatam bhava. Chetasa, mentally, sarva karmani mai sanyasya. Give up all actions in me. How is that possible? Mat paraha san, by your recognition that everything you can do. I can talk only because there is Ishvara's order. No? The evolution of the voice box was such. The ground for evolution was laid by Ishvara's order. The possibility of evolution in this manner is also Ishvara's order. The act of evolution is also Ishvara's order. To recognize everything, that is giving up karmas mentally. That recognition that there is nothing you can do without Ishvara being there. The infrastructure that Ishvara has provided, the order that Ishvara has provided, what is it that I can do? But Swamiji, this Zoom is man-made, na? Yeah. What is man-made? You have brought out a potential, something that was possible in the creation. The order had that possibility, you brought it out. Isn't that all that you did? It's all Ishvara's potential only, you are bringing it out. So that's why Einstein said as science we are trying to understand the mind of Ishvara. Yeah, trying to understand. And he said we are understanding pretty little. Yeah. Therefore, mat paraha buddhi yoga mupashritya. Taking to buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga is karma yoga, okay? Another name for karma yoga is buddhi yoga. Don't translate buddhi yoga as jnana yoga. No. Because karma yoga is not a yoga of action, it's a yoga of an attitude towards action. Therefore, buddhi yoga. That's why it's called buddhi yoga. Second chapter also he called it buddhi yoga. Okay. Buddhi yoga mupashritya, taking to karma yoga, matchittaha satatam bhava. Your mind is always with me. Or kidhar? Either you contemplate and make your mind always with me, or you do this and make your mind with me. Both ways you will become calm and centered. बात हो गया ना? Job is done. Matchitta satatam bhava. Matchittaha sarva durgani mat prasadat aditirishyasi atachetvam ahankarat na shoshasi vinangshati. Matchittaha, by taking your mind to me, sarva durgani, all your difficulties that you face in life, mat prasadat aditirishyasi, by my grace, you will win it all over, you will cross it all, he says. There is no problem that you cannot cross. If God's grace is there with you. Swami Chinmayanji used to say, no? There will be times when you feel you are drowning, but you will not drown. Drowning but not drowned. You used to give the story of Vasudeva carrying his son Krishna across the Yamuna to Gokul, so that Kamsa will not in the morning come and kill him. So, a stormy, rainy night. Okay. Stormy, rainy night, Yamuna is flooded. But this guy got the courage to walk across. And he is carrying Krishna in a basket on his shoulder and going. And the water is coming up, coming up, coming up. And he keeps walking. And Swami Chinmayanji says that Yamuna was coming up to touch Krishna's feet. And he should have carried Krishna lower down, then the water wouldn't have come up. Towards his heart, then it would have come. He is carrying on his shoulder. So, one upar aayega. So, you feel you are drowning, but you won't drown, don't worry. So, that is the idea. Not prasadat, very terishyasi. Okay? Ati terishyasi. Now he says, atache tvam ahankarat. Out of your ego sense, we say all this is nonsense, I don't want anything of this. Vinakshati. Then you go on a downward spiral. Why? Look at it. With prasada buddhi, etc., you are rising in the whole thing. I don't believe in all this nonsense, etc. For me, bhakti means singing in bhajans of the Lord, nothing else. Yeah, karma yoga, etc. I don't know. Okay, all that I don't believe. What action? It's a bloody headache only it is. Then Vinakshati, naturally, where will you come up? Anyway, you can't avoid doing some things. Certain things you'll avoid doing, and they also will trouble you, will come back to bite you. I don't want to do all this, I'll escape my fate. You have a saying in martial arts. You know what is that? A man meets his fate on the road he takes to avoid it. A man meets his fate on the road he takes to avoid it. Because fated that you have to meet it. So you will meet it. Whatever your road you take. Yeah. That's very nicely portrayed in that movie Kung Fu Panda. That villain is supposed to escape. Double the guards, this, that, send word here, this, that, all the things. And that old master. Man meets his fate on the very road he takes to avoid it, because he knows that guy is going to escape anyway. Because these guys have to face him. They have to see their own limitations and what can overcome it. They have to see all that. Yeah. Face it headlong. Whatever issues you have, face it headlong. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't duck. Life throws problems at you. और क्या, चलो देखेगा. Come on, bring it on. Of course, you can pray to the Lord. Lord, give me a break. And I don't mean a Kit Kat. That also you can say. It's okay. It's part of the game. Okay. Yeah. But if you don't face it headlong, if you don't accept these things, then you are embittered by life. Na? Yeah, ho gaya. Why is life always unfair to me? What have I done to deserve this? And if someone tries to explain karma phala, you mean to say I was such a bad person in my last lifetime? ये क्या बोलेगा? Karma phala has come to you. Good, bad, ugly is not the question. One lady asked me that because she found out something about her last lifetime. It was problematic. I said, hey, don't worry. We have all done things in this lifetime which we are ashamed of. For you it is last lifetime, no? What is the big deal about it? Swamiji, you're saying like that to make me feel okay. You don't know my past. सब चूहे खा के बिल्ली हज पर गया, बराबर है, ऐसे ही करने का है. Then your sannyasa becomes valid, otherwise it doesn't become valid. Yeah, because you've been there, done that, अभी क्या कुछ बाकी नहीं है. Yeah. So the idea is that you don't get embittered in life. Life will throw you a lot of issues, yes? Good, bad, ugly, everything will come. It will come. Face it headlong, take it, sense of acceptance, etc. Then you grow. Because finally, what are we here for? Tell me that. Finally, all said and done.
Growth.
To ensure your child growing up, to ensure your parents are okay, to ensure that you got a good job and you made a lot of money. Yeah, all that is part of the game. That's just part of the game. You are here for moksha. That's it, self-knowledge only. That's what you are here for. You are here for moksha. All these are opportunities for your growth. So tackle it. I wish I had come to this 20 years earlier. Correct? Didn't happen. I wish I had taken it in my last lifetime. How far are you going to go? And I know in my last lifetime I was exposed to it, but I didn't take it. I came from Tibet to India for this knowledge, but I got caught up in other things. So big deal. This lifetime you got it now. Swamiji, it's too late for me. It's never too late. Are you breathing? Yes, not too late. Not too late. One of the knowledge. Contemplate. That's it. Live a life of Karma Yoga. If you are young, etc., live a life of Karma Yoga. If you are retired, old, etc., contemplate one of the knowledge. Anyway, nobody wants you to do anything. So you get all the time. Yeah. So either way, you get it. Don't reject it. That's what he's saying. Your ahankara na choshasi, etc. Yeah, if you are rejecting it, then what is your life? What is left in your life anyway after that? खाओ पियो मजा करो, हाँ ठीक है, अच्छा है. At the end of it, what? At the end of it, what? One lifetime, another previous lifetime, not much difference anyway. Where is the growth happening? The growth has to happen, then great. Then you can still enjoy all the things in life. Not a problem. Yeah. It is not that after moksha you can't enjoy things in life. You can enjoy it better. Yeah. You can enjoy it better, really speaking. And therefore, with that, there are a couple of more verses. A few simple verses. After that, we will come to the most profound verse in the whole Gita. All that we will see in time. Okay. So, good place to stop. Unless there are any questions or something. Yeah. There aren't. Om Tat Sat. Take care.